Yeah, beta. So these are all the components of AWT and Swing. Now we will see the examples. Sir, what we are going to do exactly? These are all the things we are going to create beta. That is frame I want to create. I want to create a dialog box. Then I want to add a panel. I want to create a scroll pane. This is a vertical. This is a horizontal one. Then I want to create a button like this and I want to display it. And this is all about checkbox. This is combo box group. And these are all the radio buttons, right? This is the label. This is the menu and this is the J list. So this is tabbed pane, right? On same frame, I'm going to add two or more panels. And this is the way we split the screen by using JSplit pane, right? These are all the different things which we are going to do in our video, right? Now coming to the next examples and what we are going to do. Beta, I'm going to create a frame where I'm going to add a panel on top of panel. This is the way I'm going to create the three labels and I'm going to create the three text fields and I'm going to take two buttons. This is what I want to create by using the swing components, right? Now we will get back to the example. Yeah, guys, coming to the example. So here I'm importing the required packages. I'm creating a Swing application where I'm going to cover the label text field and then followed by button. These are all the components which I'm going to cover in this particular example. I'm creating the constructor button. As we know, if you want to get the frame, we need to create object for the frame class. This can be done in two ways, either by extending the frame or by creating object to the frame class, right? So it is a Swing component. That's what I'm using JFrame. Next, I'm taking the labels. So I want three labels: first, last, and date of birth. These are the three labels I am creating. I'm creating object for the JLable class, and I'm adding the label that is first name, last name, and date of birth. For these three labels, what I'm doing, I'm setting the boundaries, right? So this represents the x-axis, y-axis, and this is the length, and this is the width of the button, right? This is how what I'm going to do. I'm going to set the boundaries for the three labels which we are created and we are adding them into the uh, panel, right? Now, first I'm created a frame, right? On top of frame, I want three labels, right? So for that purpose, I'm taking three labels and I set it the boundaries. Next, what I want the three text fields as well, right? This is how I need the three text fields. So I'm creating object for the text field, JTextField class. So that is for first name, I'm taking one text field, last name, I'm taking one text field. Similar way, I'm going to take the text field for a date of birth. So you can see here, I'm taking a text field for the date of birth. So this is the one. I'm setting the boundaries for all three. First name text field, I'm setting the boundary. Last name text field, I'm setting the boundaries by using set bounds. And similar way, I'm setting the boundaries for the date of birth as well. Now, so that in the sense we created a frame here. First name, this is the label. Last name, this is the label, and followed by date of birth. That is also one label. For all these three labels, we created three text fields. Next, sir, whenever we pass the data to these uh, text fields, I want to submit this data to some form. Then I need a button. That's what I'm creating a button. So I'm creating object to the JButton, some button name equal to new JButton. The button value I'm giving it as a submit, right? I'm setting the boundaries. Similar way, I'm giving the two things, two buttons I'm taking. One is the submit, the other one is the reset, right? So I'm setting the boundaries for these two buttons. Then, sir, what we need to do, we need to add all these components to the frame. So what is the frame object? F. That's what F dot add of first name. Then first name will be added. Then last name, then date of birth. These three are added. Similar way, you need to add the text fields. So I'm added three text fields which are relevant to these three labels. Then followed by, I need to add the buttons. So here you can see I'm adding the buttons as well. These are the three buttons which two buttons which we created, that is submit and reset. I'm adding to the frame. Then I'm setting the frame size. I'm setting the frame layout. So already we discussed about these layouts better in the last session. Whenever we are dealing with this AWT, there we have three different types of layouts: flow layout, border layout, and grid layout. If you want, just go back and refer this AWT concepts. Now I'm taking the set visible as true. If you are making it as true, then only the output window will be visible. Otherwise, it won't visible. By default, it is false beta. Now, next what I'm doing, I'm taking the main method. Within this main method, I'm creating object to the swing application so that what will happen? The constructor of this swing application will be called. So within that, I am creating frame and I am creating labels, text fields, and buttons. They are added to the frame so that the output window is going to be generated. Now let's compile and run this. See the output. Yeah, as you can see here, I compiled this swing application successfully. Now I am trying to run this Java space, our application name, right? So you can see we are able to generate this label, text field, button, and all. You can fill the data, whatever the data which you want here, right? Then if you are clicking on reset, that will be reset. If you are clicking on submit, that is going to be submitted, right? Now, this is all about the three components beta, that is label, text field, and button. Now, sir, how to display a image icon on the button or wherever we require? That in the sense, for example, sir, I want to display like this. You can see here, sir, on top of button, just I want to display a Java symbol or submit button or hand symbol, something like that. If I want to display some image icon on top of a button or any panel where I want to add, so how to do this? But for that, I'm taking separate example. I will show you here. Yeah, beta. This is an example to display this image icon on the button or wherever you want to display. So first import the required packages. Then I'm taking the class name and along with the constructor, I'm creating the frame. This stuff all we know. So my intention is I want to create a frame. On top of frame, I want to add the button. On top of button, I want to display the icon. Like the image icon can be registration or Java symbol or whatever you want to display, right? So what image icon you want to display, that image you save it in the PNG format or JPEG format and store it in a drive. So I stored in D drive. So I kept in D drive directly. I'm not followed any folder. So basically, whenever you are copying the path, you'll get like this D column, you'll get only one backward slash. But whenever you want to access the image from a drive, you should keep double forward slash, right? Double backward slash, sorry, right? So you should create object to the image icon class. So what I'm doing, first I'm creating object to the button. That button is attached with the image icon. That image icon will be loaded from the given path. That is the drive path. Now set the boundaries to that button, then add that button to the frame and set the size of the frame, layout of the frame, and set visible is true. Then if you observe earlier in the last example, just if you want to rewind, just rewind the video where whenever I am closing the close button, the swing application doesn't close because this close application is not working. So if you want to make it active, then you should use a method that is set default close operation, right? What do you want to close? I want to close the frame, right? For that, you need to call a constant that is exit on close. If you are calling this, then only if you are clicking on this close button, then that particular window will be closed, right? So that operation I want to add to this particular frame. That's what I am doing this. Then I'm closing this constructor. Next, I'm taking the main method. I'm creating object to this class. So whenever we create object to the class, automatically the class constructor that start getting executed and it will perform all these following operations so that you'll get the image icon on the button. So if you want to see this, I'm executing this. Just see beta. Just go to the folder where you have the program. Here, just compile it. Now, compile your class name dot Java. Then I'm running this Java space button example. You can see here I'm adding the Java symbol on top of button, right? This is all about the button, label, and text field along with the image icon in Swings beta. In the next session, we are going to cover the rest of the components. Thank you.